Hello, 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 and welcome to Emmen Plays Claire Obscure Expedition 33 with me, Mooney, today. Now, you might be wondering, why is this guy 30 minutes late? What has he been up to? And the answer to this question, there are two answers actually. So let's just get the first and most obvious one out of the way. I have an avatar now, and it's all thanks to our guy Mika, who's been working really hard to not only create this little guy, but also kinda helping me bring this guy alive via software, right? Like I can do a bunch of stuff with this guy. Let me see. I can make him grow larger, and I can make him grow smaller. I can also flip him and rotate him and all that kind of good stuff. But for now, his whole thing is that he reacts to what I say. So I thought it would be, or rather we thought it would be a fun thing to include to kind of breathe a little life into these streams, right? So big shout out to Mika, you're doing an amazing job. And in case anybody's wondering why this character looks the way that it does, it's because it's made up of a bunch of stuff that I personally happen to like. I like anime characters with shark teeth, I like eye patches, I like the color teal. What can I say? I am a man with very specific tastes. Now, that being said, specific tastes. The second thing that I've got rocking today that took a little time to set up is a second monitor. Specifically, it's a TV, but I mean potato potato, right? I can now not only keep an eye on OBS, but also game at the same time without tabbing out. And I feel like, whew, what have I been doing without this? The second monitor life is so good. I'm very happy with this. So, all that being said, let's get into the stream proper, alright? So today we will be streaming Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Oh, hi, Yoikito, in the stream, which I can now see without tearing my eyes away from anything. Nice. Yeah, thank you so much for the compliment on the little avatar. Anywho, yeah, we're gonna be playing that game that has the world in a vice grip. Expedition 33. Now, the entire Emmen team is currently playing this game, okay? So we are each playing at our own pace, and we are at different parts of the game, and I think I might actually be the one who is the most far ahead, right? Because I think it has a lot to do with our three different playstyles. In Iham's case, he plays when he has time, and he does the content that interests him the most. In Mika's case, I think a lot of you stream viewers might remember, if the man sees something, he will stop and get it done, even if it takes him days to do it. And I think that that's really admirable. And me, if I meet an enemy and they one-shot me, that's a sign for me to be like, okay, I'll come back for you. And so, I've been balancing a little bit of the main story, a little bit of the side content, just to see, what the game has to offer. And I gotta say, I'm really loving it, right? I'm not gonna waste too much time getting into the, oh, this is the best JRPG ever kind of like review stuff here. Just know that I love playing this game, and I've found a lot of really cool things about it, right? Not just the mechanics, not just the story, just the visual design, the various references that they pull out and whatnot. So I'm gonna be playing a little bit of this game and just kind of musing on it, waxing poetic, as the case may be. Now, uh, what are we gonna do today? That is the question, isn't it? So today, we're gonna be doing a little bit of side content. I am currently at a part of the story where I could go and essentially complete the main quest, I think. I mean, that's what it looks like to me anyway. But me being a little bit of a completionist type of mindset, I kind of want to take my time with it. So, what better way to take your time than to explore this really, really big map and go to various places and just mess around and see what's there. I've found a bunch of really cool stuff all over this place. And now that I have the ability to basically do this, I think I can actually go wherever I want. The world is an oyster. Except for that part. That part has a big, really powerful dragon, and he's been kicking my butt. So I'm gonna just avoid that guy. But for now, let's check out some other places. Like this place. This place seems cool. I've never been there. So let's see what that is. Maybe it's that floating island up there. Ooh, something in the water. Let's go check it out. Now, one of the things that I really like about this game is, I mean, the list is long, alright? But specifically is that it brings back that old JRPG tradition of essentially, like, the overworld being a small representative of the world, right? Like, in the sense that when characters... let me just disembark here and I can show you what I mean.
Hang on tight.
Okay, let's get out of this, guys. See, when we're walking around like this, right? A lot of these trees and stuff, we're kind of bigger than a lot of them, right? Like, we are a larger person than some of these locations, but I think that that's supposed to be like a symbolic representation of us traveling in the overworld. And old games like Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy 8, 9, right? Even games like Dragon Quest, they would have open worlds like that, like, or the world map like that, and exploring it was always really fun. And one of the things that I would really like is, okay, sure, you start off in like a small area, but then you get the ability to traverse the oceans, and that opens you up to other areas with beaches, right? But then you get the ability to fly, and that opens you up to areas where there are no beaches, where you can still land. And I think that that kind of progression is really, really nice. So when they had a flying ability in this game as well, it made me very happy, because I was like, yeah, this feels familiar. I like this. Anyway, floating cemetery. I've never been here. Hey Calyx, nice to see you. And yeah, this game has a map. I found out about it in Act 2 because my not reading things personality, it just utterly hid that from me. Like, I played an entire act of the game and never bothered to press up on the D-pad. Okay, what in the world is this? What the heck? Bro? Who the heck are you? Chalier. What weapon should I wield? I mean, out of all three, I kind of like the spear. Oh my god, are we gonna duel? Please. Hey, listen, I read lore, alright? But I am also notoriously unobservant, so sometimes, when there are HUD elements, I just kinda tune them out. You can blame Ubisoft for that one. Oh boy! Looks like it's gonna be a fight. Ah, okay. Okay. So before I do anything in battle, I wanna just... First off, like, Mika has had his turn to appreciate all of this, but let me just say that I think this is one of the most fun battle systems I've ever, like, had the pleasure of playing with in a turn-based role-playing game, right? Not only does everything look sick as heck, like, they obviously took inspiration from a game like Persona, so, you know, thank you, Atlas. But, like, they have done two things here that I'm gonna say three things that I really, really resonate with as a long-time player of turn-based role-playing games. Yeah, I just started the stream. You made it really soon. Anywho, let me just get into my thing. So first of all, like, one of the criticisms that people who don't like this genre of games always say is This is the genre of games where you press the button and watch the game play itself. What they mean is that the player characters attack, the enemies attack, and you're not really doing a lot other than telling them what to do, kind of like a coach, you know, guiding your players or whatever. But in this game, when you attack, you have a button prompt, right? Like a little bit of a mini game. When the enemies attack, you also have options, mini games to play and such. And that makes the combat immediately more active. Really love that. Second thing is, I really like that each of these characters have their own unique mechanics that are surrounding them. So it's not just that they're different because they get different abilities, like this is the mage, this is the thief or whatever. They function differently. Like you're looking to do different things with them. And that's something I really like. Like if you take a game like Honkai Star Rail, which is a game I also really enjoy playing, one of the things I really like about it is that there are different characters with different mechanics, right? Not every DPS is the same. Not every support is the same either. And knowing how they work, knowing what they need, it's really, really cool. And the fact that they brought it in here, phenomenal. You really feel it when you use a certain character over another. Now, the third thing and the last thing, I swear, is this AP system, right? As a player of turn-based games, something that really makes me sad is if I have an MP system that I'm constantly losing MP from. Because then, I just have the tendency to hold on to my cool abilities and only use them for the bosses, because why would I use my best abilities right now against like a little slime guy, right? But by having them refill not only every battle, but also every turn, it's the game letting you know, hey, you have cool abilities, we know you want to use them, go. And on that note, let's do a little fighting. Your point on whether it's trial and error and random boss moves, Calyx, I don't exactly agree with, okay? Because first of all, before you go into any battle in a game like Star Rail, you can read your character's abilities, you know what they do. So your understanding of how they work, it's part of the skill set that is required from these games, right? And when it comes to the boss moves as well, in that game, you can definitely look at what the boss's moves do. You can read them. There's a whole menu about it. But ultimately, building your characters and building your team and being prepared for it is what the game is asking you for. That is the skill that they're looking for. But anyway, let's begin our battle with a little bit of a high damaging DOT. Okay, I think I can manage this actually. Let's increase the fire this guy has. Oh, you're resistant to dark damage? That's... Oh yeah, another thing is, Mika, when he plays this game, I hear that he's a parrying god. But me, I am not, very good at parrying, but you'll see me dodge a lot. I can do these kind of parries though. Let's go! Alright, well I mean since you're so close to death, let's finish this off in a cool way. Oh no, most turn-based stuff do not refill your MP for every battle. It's actually not very common. In fact, Persona 5 is a very popular turn-based game, right? And in that game, the way that it works is your exploration of that dungeon per night is determined by how much MP you have. Once you run out of MP and you can't use your skills, it's time to go back. Anyway. Sorry, bruh, I played Nier Automata. I'm not gonna help you end your own existence.
Nice.
Looks like I made my choice. Can't even change my mind. Not all of them do, the monsters, right? Some of them do. I think this is some kind of bonus side quest-esque monster. I'm doing side content today, so one of the things that I really like about this game, I mean one of the many things, is that the visual aesthetic of this game is not based around anything medieval European or even Japanese, which are mostly what I tend to see when it comes to these genres of games. Instead, it seems to be French culture inspired, and it leads to me very often encountering and seeing things I've never seen before, and I really, really vibe with that.
Tight!
The chosen path. What is this? Have I been here before? I feel like I've been here before. Oh, I have been here before. This was a very interesting area where there were like 5 paintings and only one person could go inside them at a time, and each of them was a boss fight. I really enjoyed that. Nice model. Do you mean this little avatar guy? Yeah, I was talking about this. Mika made this for me. Basically made it based around my interests. And what can I say? I think eye patches are cool. I like anime characters with shark teeth as well, so you know, it's actually making me quite happy. Okay. Anyway, where else can I go? What about this? Whatever this is.
Hang on tight.
Frozen Hearts. I remember once upon a time when I tried to go inside Frozen Hearts, it was kind of like it had this sign thing that said danger, but now it doesn't. So that must mean I'm strong enough. And yes, to answer your question, yes, I did have to fight solo. There were 5 different bosses, and each of them was a one-on-one fight. And I really enjoyed it because it allowed me to use the characters that I use the most, and also the characters that I don't use. And like after a little experimentation, I found out which character is good against which boss, you know, like which one can counter them the best. And it ended up being a really fun fight. Or series of fights, I should say. Oh, I love these enemies. I think they are very cool. So get this. These guys are like obviously ice elemental, right? So what? Sorry, I mean fire elemental. What am I saying? Okay. Um. Yeah, before I talk about these monsters, yes, some of these beings are pretty jolly despite it being a kind of sad game. That flying guy especially is a really, really lovely character because he's like one of those non-human characters and he has a very jolly personality. So it's always very pleasing to have him be around us. Anywho, these monsters, fire elemental, right? But if you hit them with an ice attack, which is currently their weakness, they'll switch elements, and I think that that's really cool. Woo! That's so sick. Okay, let's showcase that. Oh, whoops, they died.
Feeling better.
I really love the characters in this game, and I would say out of the characters in this game, this is my favorite character in terms of the gameplay, right? Right. All of them have really cool abilities and such, but this character with her card mechanic is what I love the most. And a big reason for that is that, like, one of the X-Men, Gambit, I think you guys might know him. I always thought he was really cool because he was a card user. Oh, the white hair. Okay, let's just change that. She has white hair for story spoiler reasons, and I can't really get into that. So let's just say that there's a good reason for that that I can't talk about. Anyway, CL, the card using character. I really like her because a lot of card using characters in media tend to be like healers or supporters or mages, right? But CL has more of a like a I don't know, hyper fast DPS kind of vibe, and I really, really like that. Whew. Dang. Okay. Maybe this guy will change his element as well. Let's see. Ah, see? Now he's become an ice guy. Combining cards and sides was like such a cool idea. I really, really vibed with it. Yikes. Okay, bro's back in fire mode. Whoops.
That's better.
Oh, another thing that I personally really like is that you have these items that you can use in battle, but they actually kind of restock at save points. I think that that's really awesome, actually.
Ready to evade.
Yikes.
Take this.
Damn, that was a lot of healing.
For annihilation. On me. Okay, let's keep
Oh hey Clem, nice to see you in the chat today. Mika, we've given him mandatory rest. He's been working too hard, so now it's my turn to get online and get in on this game and talk a little bit about it. And I got a new avatar too, so nice to see you. Yeah, exactly. Hi Mika, nice to see you in the stream, but you're supposed to be resting. Glaceo. Ooh, what's this then? Mika is super hardworking, so sometimes we gotta, make him take a rest. Oh, hello, who the heck are you?
Remember those stalactites, Monaco? Aren't they terrifying.
What have we here?
Looks like there's a save point here, so we'll just grab that. I mean, it'll respawn all the enemies I just beat, but it's fine. I can always avoid them. Ah, yes, I love this. This character, when they walk around in the open world, they float. And I think that's just the coolest thing ever. Like, look at that. If I had a choice of how I moved about in the world, it would be this. Just this. I am a person who doesn't really like to walk, so this suits me perfectly. Looks like it's an exit, so I'm not going the right way. Hi Clem, in case you were wondering where I am in the story, I've finished Act 2 and I have the ability to go finish the game if I want to, but we're just, you know, doing side content, running around, kinda shenaniganing a little bit, getting into all kinds of trouble, exploring.
Perfect.
Nice. Oh, it's a cave. Something that y'all might notice when you play this game, or if you see it being played, is that this is a very colorful game. Now, this area might be all whites and blues and whatnot, but we've been to lots of places with a lot of different types of color. And I think that that really means a lot to me, because I'm kind of getting sick of games just doing the whole, like, you know, grayscale, everything is desaturated kind of look, because game worlds can be very vibrant and colorful and creative, you know. I don't think it's necessarily more creative just because it's a little bit on the less colorful side. Also, what the heck is happening here? Okay, it looks like it's a fight, but what is this? Den. Parry? That's the thing I'm the worst at. Okay, fine, I'll try. Calyx, you asked me whether I would want a faster speed of floating. I mean, sure, I'll take it, but I just really like being able to float anyways. I think it's just a cool way to move. You know, this game doesn't actually have a mini-map. That's a really good point that you brought up. And do I get lost? Very often, no. And it's more because a lot of the areas are built rather linearly, right? Like, you have a main way to go, and you have some deviating pathways that you can kind of explore. But because it is so linear, I almost never get lost. Unless it's an area where it's built like a maze where I'm meant to. So it's alright.
I'm ready.
Parry all attacks, she says. My god. Okay, let me try again. Whoa! Can I just dodge instead?
I'll do it.
Hey, I'm kind of doing it. You're right. If I'm gonna fly around faster, I would probably put on a mask and goggles. freeze these moves though. Oh my god. But hey, I'm kind of improving, I think.
Die yet,
Yikes, the moment I said that. Hey, listen, I used to be the guy who couldn't parry even one. I like to think that I'm getting better. So, people say that there's like a sound cue to listen to in the game to see whether it's time to parry. Let's try
Ready
that.
to evade.
Uh... Girl, relax.
Let's finish this.
Okay, I'm washed. Okay, one more try, and if I can't get it, I'm gonna come back to this later. I'm sure Mika would have a fun time with this. Yo! What the? I was doing it! No! It was going so well!
Sorry, I failed.
Okay, I give up. I'm gonna come back to this later. Alright, y'all can dance however way y'all dance. Oh, so these are all apprentices. Maybe if I try it with this character. One more try, okay? No, you can keep
Ready
parrying.
to evade.
It's just my confidence that gets... It's just my confidence that gets evaded. Oh, sorry, eroded. Okay, let's try again. Okay. This is a sign. I should leave. You might wonder, how did I get this far in this game without being able to parry so well? And the answer to that question is dodging, baby. So this game allows you to dodge and parry as well, and I usually tend to dodge. And there is a much more generous window for dodging. And in case you were wondering, yes, Sekiro does happen to be the FromSoft game I'm the worst at. Well, I'm not entirely sure how to answer that question. Where do I need to be looking at when it's parrying time? Because, like I said, I'm not really good at it. The best advice I've gotten is that apparently it's not really visual, that there is a sound cue associated with every move. But I am not really good at picking up on that either, so this will have to be something I come back to at another time. Ooh, what's happening here?
Good.
Is she not dead?
Le nez. Attention.
Yeesh.
Danger.
Ready to go.
Hey, let's go! I actually parried for once. Yeesh.
I'll do it. Ready.
Alright.
Feeling better.
One of those enemies that changes their element when you hit him. But there's something really fun you can do to him. So, he summoned fire orbs, so I switched him to ice, and then when you do this, use your own weapons against you, boyo. Let's try this. Nice. Hi Mufaz, welcome to the chat. I have no idea what you mean by tube and can you parry everything? Well, what I know is that most regular strikes you can parry, but if it's like, and even attacks that are coming to the entire party, right? But there are some that require a special kind of parry, and there are others that require like a jump to dodge it. Oh, my game audio is loud. Okay, I can fix that. No problem. Let me just boost up my own voice as well. Huh, looks like it's as high as it can be. Thanks for the feedback, Mufaz. And yeah, I am working with Mika, and he got me this little guy. I personally am just loving it.
Chroma is flowing.
How are we feeling?
Feeling better. Till the end.
Yeesh.
I'm waiting.
Yeah, that like yellowish marker there, that's a sign to jump. I'll just skip my turn. I wanna give CL a little bit of healing while I'm here.
Useful. Take this.
Mika is a man of many talents. He not only drew this, but he also taught me how to animate it. I am looking forward to repaying him someday for all the hard work that he does. Ooh. What's going on here? Where are we now? Wait a minute. What is this? Oh,
Nice.
nice. Ah. How do I get back up there? This was that cave I went exploring initially. Oh, so it's a way to jump here. Now let's just take you out so you just don't follow me around. Buy him a 4090 or a 5080. Yeah, that'll do it.
Let us stay now. Ready. Let's dance. Ciel d'autre. On me. Nice.
Let's try this move. I haven't actually used it on anyone.
Fiery.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Ready to evade. On me. I feel better.
Nice. Oh, I see. So you're supposed to get on that little bus thingy up there and jump down here. Oh, interesting.
Thibault, Expedition 51. Shortly after dawn, death was a kindness, for Maxim was in a great deal of pain. Pain we could not help him carry. Tomorrow comes, and it comes for us all.
Not including this one. That's actually kind of hard. Let's see.
No one else will ever understand.
I
The way
expect
my fellow expeditioners understand. Maxim,
Doom the Dark Age to do pretty well, right? I expect, what else is coming out this year? I think that Night Rain might get some attention as well.
Unity, a shared trust, born from all we've been through. We carry each other's lives in our hands.
I'll listen to this later. Those are the two games that immediately come to my mind. Personally, I feel like this is the best game that's come out this year. And it's so early in the year, and a lot of people are saying this, and I mean, I don't disagree. It just makes me think, is something else gonna come out that really surprises us with the remainder of the time in this year? And I don't really know. The question of whether these games will be game of the year or my personal game of the year, not, I don't think so. For me, this one really hits the nail on the head because I've been a big fan of turn-based role-playing games since I was very young. Like, I would say by the time I first properly learned how to read and write, it was games like this that really taught me how to do that. Where the heck? Why do I always end up in the weirdest places? What the heck?
Nice.
Okay, okay, bro wants to fight, huh? I really hate these enemies, by the way. These specific type of enemies. Oh, and it's an even stronger variant. Okay. Oh, come on. Oh my god. Okay, so these guys have this really horrible mechanic attached to them. They give you this status effect called Blight, which reduces max HP by 10% per stack. And I have 11, and now my max HP is 1. Um, okay, coming back to what you're saying, Calyx, this year so far, I've been playing a lot of games from my backlog. This is actually the first game that I've bought this year that came out this year. So, I'm gonna say this one tops it. But if I'm looking at other games I've played this year so far, uh, let me make a quick take a quick look. Alright, I've returned. I just took a look inside my Steam to see what I finished this year, and one of the games that I really liked actually came out 2024. It's called Drova. It's a kind of action game. It kind of looks like Diablo a little bit. Whew, I feel like I can beat this guy. Let's just pile on some of the fire.
I'll do it.
Yeah, okay.
Here we go.
Okay.
Blades sharp.
Oh my god. 1 HP in a dream. Oh yeah, I did dabble in Path of Exile too. Yeah, you're right. I kind of forgot about that game. Damn. It came out this year or what? But anyway, somebody gifted me Path of Exile 2. I tried it out for a bit. I did enjoy it. Um, I really did like the build crafting aspect of it. Anyway, Drova looks like Diablo in the sense that it's like a top-down kind of camera with an isometric angle, right? And it's like a pixel art game, but one of the things that I really liked about it was that the game was a role-playing game, and it had a lot of like options for you in terms of resolving quests and a lot of like story options as well. I ended up really enjoying it. Okay, what can we do here? Let's try this. Ooh, yeah, that was the call.
Lune, watch out.
Whew. Oh my god. See, I'm so much better when I'm not parrying.
Time to hit.
Indeed, it is time to hit big. Let's try this.
Fiery.
Whoa, that's so sick. That was 300,000 damage, y'all. Please. Okay, Okay, okay. We get some options. Uh, let's go. And now everybody's at level 61. Very cool. Um, Mika's biggest hit is 4 9s, right? 9,999. Well, the reason for that is that in this game, at a certain point, you get an ability that allows you to exceed the damage limit. And once you have that equipped and you have that learned, people can equip it as a passive. And I've put it on all of my characters so that if by chance they crit or something, they are able to exceed that limit. And yeah, whew. Mael, the goat. Alright, so where were we? Ah, yes, we found a strange door. Now, where does this lead? Ooh, what's this? A new room in the mansion. So, in this game, there's this weird liminal space called the mansion, where you sometimes end up, and all of the doors are kind of closed initially. But when you find these doors out in the overworld, in different areas, you find yourselves being able to exit through them into the mansion proper and slowly opening the place up bit by bit by bit. What has the story been like so far? That's a really good question. I think that this game has a really, really good story that hooks you in right from the start and just does not let you go. It keeps you guessing, and there are really good twists in it that can throw you for a loop. And for those reasons, I think that even people who are not like turn-based role-playing game fans or whatever, this story will really hit them because it tackles a lot of like very human, very relatable topics like mortality, the idea of legacy, family, like close friendships and stuff like that, right? And I think that it's fantastic. I don't want to spoil anything, but overall, really relatable characters, really fun, like world that they are in. I mean, it is a little depressing as well, but like it's fun in the sense that the construction of it is very fantastical, and it makes you think like, wow, how do they survive? Like, how do they like find places to eat? What kind of culture do they have? And the game really delves into stuff like that. It's beautiful as well, right? Haha. Eat it. Okay, so yeah, as I was saying, it's a beautiful game as well, and there's a strong like painter kind of motif going on here in this game, and I would say it's fair to call each of these games various levels a painting in and of itself because they are just that beautiful. Story-wise, even though it's sad, and it is sad, there is also a lot of like humor and humanity in it, which is something I really liked. Like they do have actual jokes that genuinely hit, that made me laugh, right? And they're not always, oh my god, we're in such a bad state, why didn't I heal? What's wrong with me? Okay. Well, we'll try our best. Yeesh.
Not today.
Oh, well, I mean, that works. I know it'll heal you, lady in the middle, but that's all good. Yo, I did it! Let's go! That was just me trying to practice, see whether I could actually do it.
Lune, watch out!
Let's heal our girl CL over here a little bit. She's looking rough.
Danger! Danger!
Frozen. Ooh, 25,000. Good job, my L. I don't know what's going on in this particular area. Am I supposed to be doing that dancing, parrying thing with those people? Or am I supposed to be facing some sort of boss here somewhere? Hmm. I've been here before. Oh. What is this?
An advantage.
That's right. Okay. The currency in this game is called chroma, which is interesting. This was where I was climbing before I saw like a divergent path in that direction. Let's just go up this time and see where that takes us. Ooh, something at the edge of the...
Well, that will help.
A little bit of chroma, sure, I'll take it.
It's been a while since I've been here.
Where, sir?
We used to ski here before the fracture.
I don't like this way. She's running towards me. Okay, I'm getting better at this parrying thing. I need to kinda have a little bit more confidence in myself. Immediately get smacked. Oh well.
Nice.
Ooh, 58,000. Literal lava bubbling out of the floor? What the heck is going on here? Anything here? Oh, okay, I see what's going on. Big monster over there. Let's just skip all of that and go into this location and see what's here. Wow, that got dark all of a sudden.
How could they do this to these trains? Verso. Yes. I still like trains.
Hey bro, me too. Trains are pretty cool. Now you guys, it looks like we are almost at 9:30. We started around 8:30 and we're kinda coming a little short on time, so I'm gonna have to call it here. Now, I'm gonna leave the game here for tonight, and then maybe next time we'll go a little bit further. All in all, Expedition 33 is definitely a bop. Play it if you can. It's awesome. The story is great. The characters are great. The gameplay is great. I don't know. The visual design is great. The music is great. Like, is there anything I don't like about this game? I don't know. Maybe the fact that there are more of it. But I digress. For now, it's just one of the really good JRPGs I've played. In fact, I might actually put it among one of the greats, right? A new studio came up and just absolutely knocked it out of the park like this. I couldn't be happier. In fact, the fact that big companies who were in the like the JRPG market kind of told us like, single player games don't sell anymore. These kind of games, people don't want them. You think you do, but you don't. Well, I hope that they're, I hope they're feeling silly about themselves, because this game and all of its success and all of the accolades and all the praise that people are giving it is proof that the market has been hungry for something like this. Me personally, I really love this. I love that we are getting this game, high fidelity graphics, beautiful environments, right? And not a single anime girl in sight. And not that I have anything against anime or whatever, but like, we do need modern kind of photorealism style games as well. Like, we can't just have anime turn-based role-playing games for the rest of our lives. Like, we gotta diversify a little bit, right? And for this reason and more, I think this is a great game. I hope you all had a lot of fun watching me stumble through Expedition 33 today. Yeah, I certainly had a lot of fun doing a lot of this optional content, and hopefully by the time we meet again, I'll be better at parrying. But on that note, thank you so much for everybody who joined me. And Calix, you don't think this is a JRPG? Sure, let's call it a turn-based RPG then. That's fair. But anyway, let me just say my goodbyes now. Thank you so much for joining me today, everybody who joined me in chat, and also people who are just, lurking, viewing. I see you. I have a second screen now to see you with. Anywho, cheers. I'll catch you the next time, and see you around.